Hey YouTube, welcome back to Universe X. It's been a little bit, but we decided to hop in on this banner off screen, got pretty lucky, and so we walked away with everything. I mean everything. We pulled one of each featured unit as well as the supporters, so we're about to dive in. And as the title and the thumbnail will suggest, we're going to see a little showcase on the GP03. So, I hope you guys enjoy this. Smash that like button if you do. Subscribe if you want to see more SD Gundam G Generation Eternal gameplay and content on top of what I already do on this channel. So let's hop over to the unit and then let's talk about him before talking about the pilot and then getting to that cheeky animation showcase before we test out his capabilities. Okay, so as you can see here, we don't have any like investment into him. We are running a little low on the platinum stuff, but we will get into that sooner than later. But first, let's check out his moves. It is cool. He has a map attack. We got the detonation cord. It is a dash, and we're okay with that. I really want to see how this works. I know Master Gundam allowed him to move straight forward, and that allowed you to cheese like a cool level in that like tower. But yeah, we're about to be able to see what detonation cord does. But map attacks are always cool because it's like the only way we can really just start sweeping multiple people at one time. Then after that, we've got the large beam saber, which is just a huge huge thing for it, and I think that's actually pretty cool. But yeah, we got a huge melee just like range. We've got the micro missile, which has a very long range, decent power, and then we actually have the mega beam cannon EX, which is going to be a Mega Beam Cannon EX is just going to have a fair amount of good power. It has the attack down by 25%. I'm sure that gets up to 35% once we max it out, which is going to be good with the pilot, but we'll talk about that a little later. And then we've got the Mega Beam Cannon. The Mega Beam Cannon just decreases beam weapon base power, or beam weapon power by 15% on the enemy for one turn. Obviously that goes up too, so that's pretty cool. He's got a pretty good just setup. And then going over to his skills, we've got increased defense level 3, so he's gonna have 50% more decrease and more defense. And then we have increased max HP level 1, which is going to increase his max HP by 5%. That's kind of low. I feel like that's kind of low, and we could have done better with that. I feel level 3 though is insane. When the enemy attacks the beam range weapon, it increases or reduces the damage taken by 50%. So this guy's gonna be incredibly tanky from afar, and that's actually pretty nice. Now, going into details, we see that he's UC series Gundam protagonist, mobile armor, test type, SFUC, and unstoppable. With the essentially the cool things here being test type and unstoppable, these go pretty hard in the supporters that we have already. And then down here, this is where it actually gets really spicy. He does have an escape function, transforms into a different unit when HP falls to 0 during a battle, once per battle. If post-evacuation unit only has a terrain capability of evacuation will not occur. So I think that this is really cool. Basically, if you can't deploy this, like if it got destroyed underwater and you can deploy the unit underwater, it will not deploy. But this is gonna give it a second life, and this is gonna change a couple of things. So actually didn't mean to click out of that. And that's going to change a couple things that we're going to get into in a second. I think one of the big things to note here, though, is that he's deployable in space because he's a giant mobile armor. He's okay. He's hindered in atmospheric, and he cannot be deployed on water, underwater, or on ground, which is a really big dampener to his usability. Now, going into this right here, we do have this section to show what he turns into once he drops the mobile armor. I do love this because I was kind of wondering if we would have that unit, but yeah, we got it 2-in-1 sort of. Now, the big part here is that he loses his EX move. He no longer has an EX move, and I think that's a darn shame. But we got a folding bazooka, good range, okay damage, attack down 15%, and then we've got beam rifle, mobility down 15%. So he becomes a much lesser unit, but at the same time, he at least has a second life. This is probably going to work really well in Master League, where he can tank once, and then if he ends up dying, he can come back out and tank again in the same turn. So that's gonna be pretty cool. If your opponent has a character with like double or triple chance step, this guy will probably be able to soak up 2 hits, and that's going to be pretty good in terms of how far your opponent's carry can actually carry. So here you have increased defense level 3 is one of his skills, and increased max HP level 1. So basically he just loses one of his skills And yeah, it is what it is. Stats drop by a tremendous amount. He goes from 98k HP to what, 78k, so he loses 20k HP. He loses 2,000 defense. He loses 1,300 attack. He gains mobility, which is fine. That's what we're looking for. And yeah, overall CP goes down by what, 2,000, 3,000. So that's a big thing. That's a big thing. And now we are going to go look at Ko and see what he looks like as a UR pilot. Okay, so we have got Ko, and basically right here you can see his stats. He is a double support, which is good. We do need those. And looking at this, you have these skills: save EN level 4, reduce weapons EN consumption by 20%, Force Guard level 5 reduces damage taken by 25%, and that's pretty cool. High speed level 2, during the next movement after activating the effect, movement +2 in all terrain. Now that's actually cool, because normally we only see movement +1. We don't really often see movement +2. So this guy's gonna have some range. Now going down here, you have his innate skills. You have support defense level 5, and he's going to just have a durability type. He's gonna have the support defense, and then when piloting units of specified types and executing support defense, he's gonna increase his defense by 25%. Pretty tanky. Increased defense level 5, also pretty tanky. So he's gonna get an extra 25% defense, which is great. And then EX ability, support defense +1 time, so he's going to be a double defender. When piloting Gundam GP03 EX, improve decrease attack weapon effects by 5%. That seems to be what they like to do for these defenders now. And then EFSFUC, when piloting units with specified tags, reduce damage taken by 15%. So this is actually going to go pretty hard, I think, in general. And I think this actually can, like, this might be my preferred pilot to Gundam F91. This might be. I'm not going to hold you. We'll see. We'll see. But that's pretty cool. Of course, looking at the details, you do have that. You do have just the series, Stardust Memory, Gundam, and I think that's pretty much it for what we need to show with this guy. Now, real quick, I will go into music, and I will change his settings. I don't know what it's got to be. It just can't be Burning Heart, because they'll literally, like, I'm just not trying to get it demonetized. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's all. Okay, cool. So now that that's taken care of, it's time to go into a battle and check out his animations. So bear with me real quick, and then we will just hop into one of these internal roads and showcase those. Okay, y'all, now that we're here, let's actually start showcasing these moves. We're gonna start off with the large beam saber. All right, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Alright. Bro, what if it just like flew out and just like didn't get gripped? Like there was like a malfunction or like some rust or something. I feel like that should just be attached. But that looked cool for what it was worth. That was a huge beam saber. Alright, let's go over to the next move. Alright, we're gonna come over here and we're gonna see about the micro missile. You say get wrecked? Okay, guy. That is kind of insane. That does look a little heavy. Alright, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Simple, but it looked kind of cool. Honestly, they're gonna need to win me over, because right now, he's not like crazy with it. Alright. Let's hit the, let me see this real quick. Crash and burn. The mega beam cannon. Okay. Alright, alright. You got the controls out. The hyper beam cometh. Okay, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Alright, now let's look at the EX move, and I think the EX move will allow us to get into the map attack afterwards. So let's try that. Okay, so let's go over here, and I think if we position it like this, right? Because let me see this. He goes, when he does the map attack, he goes forward, and he just can't have anybody in these 4 spaces. So I believe if I move up, I have to move up 2 spaces to have a map attack that, or to have an attack that goes. Okay, okay. So I think I see the vision now. I think I see the vision. If I move up here, we should be able to use the map attack. and go straight through them. So here's the EX attack. Here's the Mega Beam Cannon EX. Yo, the thrusters, the Verniers, like, you saw how, like, you could literally see his engine ignition in the distance. The eye shield out there. I think this music choice went out pretty well. This is kind of crazy. This guy is like a walking salvo. Dude. For no reason. Double large beam saber. He's schmoovin', yo. Alright. The bazookas. Did he just lose missiles? Alright, now I gotta hit the Mega Beam Cannon. Oh, he didn't even take out the handle. I like that little detail in the other one. The damn you at the end is really funny. Bro was fighting with hatred. Okay, okay, we're not mad at it. It's alright. We're not mad at it, but there have been a lot better, especially in the celebration. Okay, now that we're here, let's see if we can do the map attack. It looks like we are absolutely fine, and we can go through them. So let's see what the detonation cord looks like. Okay. That's kind of cool. I'm not gonna hold you. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Okay, so what we are going to do next is trigger the transformation. And with any luck, we'll be able to show off his moves after that. So, one moment. Okay, so we are here, and right now we will be able to show you guys what the escape mechanic looks like. Which is an animation on its own. We get hit here, get hit here. We die, and we get the escape animation. So now this is what we look like, and we should be able to line up the chance shot. So we're gonna come over here. Yeah, everything lined up completely well. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. We have the beam saber, we have the beam rifle, and we have the folding bazooka. I'm gonna try out the folding bazooka first. Okay. Talk about animations you won't see as often as you like, but look really cool. We get the chance step, and we're gonna go over and see about the, you know what, I'm gonna say the beam saber. This one's probably gonna be hard to use in general. Yeah, it's a shame this isn't a standalone unit because this looks good. Yo! See, like, why are we gatekeeping animations like this? Why? Okay. So, we're gonna see if we can get another turn before we are able to, yeah, we're gonna see if we can get another turn before we're able to, check out the last animation, I suppose. Okay, so we are back here, and we are in, the Stamen mode. And now we can at least show you guys the last of them, the beam rifle. So let's hit it. Okay. Very simple. I went through a lot of work for that. Okay, guys. Now we're going to actually build with a team around him, and we're going to take him into some expert content and see how he works. See how he handles the pressure. Okay, so we do just want to see a showcase of his abilities. So right here, what I've got is just a normal increase right here. We got increase all stats of target unit by 22% for unstoppable. As you can see, we got 2 attackers and one of the, like, the best support in the game, plus 2 tanks. So we should be able to see his longevity. We could go a little harder because I lucked out and got this pretty early in the game. So we could have an extra 14% stats. But I want to show you guys what he looks like just off the rip. So let's hop into the Expert Unstoppable Eternal Road and see how he performs. Alright, so this is now expert, so I highly doubt that he's going to be able to one-shot this guy right here. Oh, wait. He can. Okay, and if I one-shot this guy right here, I do believe... Alright, so from where he's standing, I just have to move 2 squares up. And I think he dashes to a place where people are going to get wrecked out. So, we're going to do this. We're going to look at this animation one more time, though. Oh, wait, he doesn't kill. Unicorn's assisting, isn't he? Ah, my goat. Unicorn. This animation is super long, and it's not exactly even like the coolest, so like, I'm not gonna hold you. I probably won't be playing this one again. It might grow on me though. He is doing the most. It's the damn you at the end. It is definitely the damn you at the end. Bro, Unicorn shredded him without any damage happening beforehand. Alright, Unicorn. I see you. Alright, we're gonna use the map attack here. And that should set up a little bit here. And we put him in kind of the thick of it, so it's gonna be a problem. But we're gonna jump over here. Yeah, we're gonna jump over here. Hit this guy with the burning finger. And as much as I want to show you guys this is not his showcase. Gosh, he hits like a truck. I need more. I'm gonna come up here. And we might be able to fade this guy too. That's just so insane, bro. So our goal here is to make sure. Yeah, no, that's actually insane. Where we get on the tension. Alright, so that's cool right there. I think given that, we should be able to take this guy out. So we get the support attack. I want to take him out because what I need to happen here is this is the closer you are, right? Yeah. So what I need to happen here, we're gonna go melee boost 5, and then we're gonna get in his face and try that again. Still not enough. These guys hanging on with the defense. Alright, so I guess we'll do the MP boost. My gosh, this man hanging on for dear life. You know what? We do it live. If mans ain't dead from this, I don't know what to do. What is he surviving with? Okay. I didn't see the kill. That's my bad. So we're gonna get the kill off here. Good damage. Oh my, we are going to see quite the tanking. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I need to get Gundam F91 around here. That kind of sucks, but I think we can circumnavigate that, right? We have an incredible amount of range here, and I think that's going to open up his third support. This guy's truly insane. He is just a generational unit. I think we can kill this guy without... Yep, we can. And we're gonna see a couple of things. We're gonna see this guy's ability to hit back. We're gonna position... Actually, I'll wait to position this guy. First, we gotta get up here, and we gotta just land some damage. I have to put an attacker far enough away to see the defensive capabilities. And I think what we're gonna do here is just make sure this guy dies too. I love these animations. I love them so much. We're gonna move him right over here. And I don't think he can actually do this. I think we might be out of range. So we'll chill right here. Now it's gonna be close enough. And then we're gonna move this guy right over here. See what's up. Alright, so right now we have the defense here. I actually want to see the defense here. He does take a considerable chunk of damage. He takes a chunk of damage, but we do get the counter off. What are we hitting with? Okay, yeah, easy. Easy exchange. And that's good. That's good on expert. We will take those. Yeah, we'll let Arno hit this one. This is, no, this actually sucks. We're gonna defend that because a lot of our health was going right there. I think it's a chance step. Yeah, okay, well, you know what? This is going to kind of show you what he's about to do. So at this point, we don't want anything. If we don't have the support defense, we will lose a fair amount of health, right? But I think this is where we go right here, right? We're gonna use this. And we're gonna get the support defense. And I want to see if he can defend again, because this is gonna be very important. So the escape function does not give him another defender, and that hurts. So his escape thing only really matters if your opponent... Okay, I'm not sure how I feel about that, because that means the escape function only really matters if your opponent one-shots you. And that's never a place you really want to be in, right? Like, if your opponent's one-shotting you, then did your defender really even get any mileage? So I was really hoping that after he escaped, we would be able to see more defenders. I misread that when we were going off about this. We're gonna support just to get that health back. Probably could have slow rolled that a little bit, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm not really that happy about that at all. We're gonna come over here and we're gonna just KO crush this man. That is a defense, so we're probably fine there. And we'll have one more turn where we're gonna see how much the tanking happens. How much tanking happens in his escape, his post-escape mode. We need to make sure that we get this right here. We Trans Am. We don't need the support attack, okay? I just want to see it happen here. Yeah, that looks so good. Bro, I can't wait till we get Double O. Double O is gonna be so disgusting. Alright, this is gonna be good because we're gonna get multiple chances. So I'm gonna move over here and just hit him with this. We do have some defender in the way, that sucks. But we are also a triple unit. As long as we don't die, we're fine, right? Okay, and I think... Alright, and we don't get a... Okay, that's awesome. We don't have a defender in there, so that's fine. We'll mash it up. And now we get to see some defending action from the Stamen model. I'm going to move F190 or F91 up here. It doesn't really matter what happens here. We're just going to do a standby. Because I want to see how much health he takes from these like fodder units, right? So this would be a kill here. I'm going to go defense on this one. He actually still doesn't lose that much. Now, granted, these aren't good units. Like, these aren't the boss units. It's kind of hard to tell what his damage is going to be. But, like, I do like the fact that he has a little bit of a second life. He does drop off drastically afterwards. He has no more map attack. Double defender is not bad at all, though. Like, he is putting in work. All right, so I think that's really all we needed to see, and now I think we can go over and check out the verdict, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so we are here with his max limit break animation. It actually looks really good for what it's worth. Usually we get something from the side. This is like just head on, he's coming for you. I will say right here, I like that I feel generator. I will say right here, I don't think this guy's a must summon. There's multitudes of reasons. He is really, really cool, and I think his it's very unique that he has the escape function, that you get the mobile armor destroyed and the Gundam pops out. That's really cool, and maybe in the future this sort of function cheeses something that we normally wouldn't be able to cheese through. So personally for me, whenever I see a unique effect like this, I like picking up one copy because it can't be duplicated. What he does, nobody else in the game can do the exact same way. However, when it comes to viability, the first and foremost thing is being a huge mech, like being a huge mobile armor, he can't actively go on the ground. And that means that he's cut off from a chunk of missions. Like, your sheer usability is only going to be in space, and then he's crappy in atmosphere. And I think that that's a huge hindering position to whether or not you want to spend your hard-earned gems on this, especially after you've gotten bottomed out by the half anniversary and are likely having to use money. So is this a must summon? No. But if you are a collector, if you love Stardust memory, or if you just want to have him because he has a effect that isn't really that widespread, I think the only other unit that has it is his SSR version. So in that case, that may even be a thing on itself. Just get the SSR version if you need to cheese that effect. If there's something the escape mechanic cheeses, the SR will be able to do it as well. So in that case, remembering that, I'm just going to put this guy on a he's not a must summon. I would save if I were you. I got him. I'm happy I got him because I have him in collector and I want all the limiteds. But I do think this guy is a high key, like, you can just save and wait until something better comes out. But you let me know what you guys think in the comments. I appreciate you guys being here. Like I said, smash that like button. Let me know you love the Gundam, SD Gundam G-Generation Eternal content. And then at the same time, hit that subscribe button. We are almost at 1,500 subscribers, and we're gonna rocket right past that and hit 2,000. And it's all thanks to you guys. So thank you for watching. I will see you in the very next video or stream. I'll see you later.